Hello, hello. Welcome to my video. I'm Coin Ring Maker from coinringmaker.com. If you've never seen me before, I make coins and rings. And today we're going to be working on one I've never made into a ring before. So I'm pretty stoked about it. And I'm going to wait a little bit for a couple more people to roll in, and I'll give you guys a good look at the coin we're going to be working on today. It's pretty cool. So this is the head side, that's the tail side right there. And what's so cool about this coin is based on the angle of the light, it either says icon or it's got the face of Diana on there. It's really, really neat. I've never seen another silver round that does that. But we're going to be making this into a ring today, and I think it's going to be pretty cool. So we're going to go ahead and put one of these off to the side. And to get started, we're just going to punch a hole right in the middle of it. We'll get a good look at it before we get started. Even the back has a really cool design on it. This is a neat round. All right. If y'all wouldn't mind tapping the screen a little bit, I sure would appreciate it. Two. There we go. Look at that. It's so trippy. So if anybody's interested in getting this particular coin made into a ring, I have two of them available. Just go to the link in my profile or the shop link down here. I'm going to go ahead and pin it. It's going to be right at the top of the website under new and featured, and so it's really easy to find if anybody's interested in getting one. I do make a lot of different other types of coins into rings, but this is what we're working on today. And I'm going to be using a 5/8 inch punch on this. And get a little bit of blue paper towel here. Lay that down. That's going to help protect the detail. And the detail's so cool on this. We really want to make sure it comes out looking cool. So we're going to place that in there. Put a little paper towel on top. And this tool right here is going to auto center the coin right in the middle. So it's got this kind of cone shape on the top. So as we tighten that down, it's going to move the coin right to the middle. We'll get our punch and hammer that on through. And if anybody has any questions while I work on this, feel free to put them in the chat. There is our center punch. Beat up that side a bit more than I wanted it to. Oh, that's because it's got the it's got the paper towel on there. I was really a little upset there for a second. Oh my gosh, that looks so much better. I was like, oh, all the details gone, but no, that's still really cool looking. That's good. I feel better. I thought I totally smashed it. All right. Let's see how that looks. Pretty cool still. So the next step to make this into a ring is to clean up that inside edge right there. You can see it's pretty rough from where we punched the center out of it. So we're going to take a deburring tool and just cut away that roughness and smooth it out. Again, if anybody has any questions, let me know. If you're enjoying this live, make sure to tap the screen for me. And if you haven't yet, go visit my website. Y'all can use the coupon code WELCOME to save 10% off your order. And thanks for stopping by and watching. You can see her face right there on the center punch. That's so cool. Very cool. Alright, so we're going to be using a deburring tool to clean up the inside of that coin now. Where do I usually get my coins from? I either get them directly from the US Mint or I get them off eBay. Usually when I'm looking for a coin, I'm looking for like a very specific year and a certain condition. And eBay's been the best resource for me so far. But I also get things directly from other US mints. For example, Golden Statement. But that's more for like silver rounds than specific like coins. Thanks for sharing the live. If I missed any comments, I do apologize. I gotta focus on what I'm doing here. Hey, how's it going? I'm gonna smooth it out a little bit with some super fine steel wool. I really want that inside edge to be nice and smooth. There we go. All right, now we get to anneal it. It's a process where we heat it up with some fire. Thanks for following The Real Mike. I appreciate it. Do I use the hammer roll method too? That's how I started. So before I got all these fancy tools, I would just hammer my rings out on the mandrel. It's a little rough on the hands though. But I've been doing this a little over 3 years now, so I've been able to reinvest into some tools that don't wear me down so much. And we're just quenching that in some water, cool it off. Good afternoon. So for anybody who's just joining in here, this is what the coin looked like when we first started. It's kind of got this holographic dual image. This is icon if you look at it one way, and then it's got the face of Diana on it. It's a pretty cool round. We punched the center out of it, and then we annealed it. Now we're going to start folding this and making it into a ring. If anybody's interested in getting one of these, you can tap the little gold chain down here, and it should be pretty easy to find on the website. I moved it right up to the top. So now we're going to head over here to my 1-ton arbor press and start folding. Prop this up a little bit. Dad taught me young, and hammering is all I've done. Looking forward to an upgrade soon. Hell yeah. No, I recommend people learn like starting with the hammer technique and then work your way up. So you're on the right track. Alright, this is called a doming block, and we've got a 3/4 inch ball bearing here. We're just going to give it a nice fold. There we go. I'm really excited to see how this comes out. It's going to be cool. Now we've got a 17-degree die, and we're going to give it another fold in there. I was lucky to find a gentleman getting out that told me the complete. Ooh! Yeah, that's how I got my Jason's Works tools. Was I think the guy made 15 rings with it. He said he had it for about 3 weeks and wasn't enjoying the hobby. And that was about 1.5 years in of making rings for me, and I got it at half the price he spent. That is a pretty good deal, and I've definitely put them to work since I got them. Jason makes some good tools. He's a good dude. You're right, it's a lot easier if you've got the tools to do it and the patience. But like I said, the guy I got my Jason's Work set from didn't start by hammering or anything. He went right into all the fancy tools, and he gave up in about 3 weeks. It's looking really, really cool. We're going to make this a size 8. Right now, it's about a size 13. Taking the readout, and it's pretty tricky. I'm going to anneal this again, and we'll jump right into reducing it because it's already wide enough for our target size. We won't have to stretch it. Okay, the hardest thing for me was getting over myself. The first year I made rings, I refused to anneal anything. So I split a lot of rings because they just got too brittle and would snap as I stretched them. And I finally got over myself. It was the dumbest, hardest lesson, but annealing definitely makes a huge difference. Took me too long. Really, really cool, like Greco-Roman design all the way around the outside. The inside's pretty cool too. I don't know, I really like this round. I've been wanting to work on it for a long time. We're gonna wrap it in some blue monster tape. That's gonna help protect the outside detail of the ring as we reduce it. That means make it smaller. Usually after the first few pushes, all this tape falls off and I have to retape it again. So we're not going to go too crazy with it. It's just going to fall off. Start with the Swedish wrap. And then move down to the perfect tens after that. Not quite to the bottom. How am I going to make it into a size 8? Using Swedish wrap. What's the smallest I've made a ring? I've made one a size 1, but that was like for a very specific request. There's this archery sniper guy who hit me up, and he was like, can you make me a penny ring size 1? I want to try and shoot an arrow through it. I don't usually go that small. The smallest I have listed on my website is size 4. That's for like quarters and stuff. Throw a little more tape on it. But I have made one size 1. I've also made a size 20. That's a pretty decent range. I think the biggest one I have on the website is a size 18 right now. So yeah, as we send it down this Swedish wrap, we're just making it smaller and smaller. Try to bangle yet? Nope, I pretty much stick to rings. They keep me pretty busy. Wow. Wow, that's gorgeous. So cool. That's really pretty. Yeah, I use this method to make the small one and the big one. See what size we're at right now. 12 and a half. So if you're interested in getting one of these, I only have 2 of them available. All you have to do is either tap this gold chain down here or the website link on my TikTok profile. And it's going to be right at the top of the website. The product image is going to look like this. Because I haven't made one of these rings before, so I don't have any finished pictures of them. But I do have 2 of these available. They are $2.99, basically $300. It's fine silver. Yeah, it's 1 ounce fine silver. It says right there. It doesn't warp or wrinkle in the middle. Nope. With the technique I use, it stays really nice and flat and even. Some coins have a bit of a lip on the inside. This one's not so bad on that part. I usually have to cut that away, but other than that, it's pretty nice and comfortable. So here's an example of one where I've cut away that lip. You can see it right there. That's a 1964 90% silver $50. How does that work? I'm not exactly sure how to answer your question. How does that work? How much for a size 12? And this one, it's $300 for the 1964 $50. Those are $150. You can see my prices by tapping the gold chain down here. I'll go ahead and pin the link so y'all can find it. And just for fun, we'll throw this up here for a second. This has got a 10% off coupon code on it. Y'all can take a screenshot of that so you've got my website and you've got the coupon code. Save that for later. My little thank you for stopping by and watching me work here on TikTok. It's much more fun to do this with people watching, so I do appreciate y'all stopping by. And there are quite a few different types of coin rings on the website, so if you want to see all the stuff I make, go take a look. So the die I was using first is it's called a Swedish wrap. This is about 7-degree incline in there. And the one I'm going to move to is closer to 3 to 4 degrees. So it's really, really a drastic reduction. This allows me to make really nice straight walls. So there is a difference between the two dies I'm using. I just want to point that out. These are called the Perfect 10 die set, made by a guy named Neil, and I absolutely love them. I wish he put a little bit of text on them. Like, they aren't labeled in any way at all. I think that was a missed opportunity for some easy advertising. I could definitely tell people where to get them if you put it on the die, but they're completely blank. It's a good tool, though. I like them a lot. So we're just slowly working it down this die, making it smaller and smaller. And we flipped it over so we reduced it nice and evenly. Let's take this tape off and take a look. I'll hold this up here. Really, really cool design. The more I look at it, the more I'm like falling in love with this thing. It's so pretty. Look at that. It's very eye-catching. I love this tape, but sometimes it's really difficult to remove inside finer, deeper details. Still got some reduction to do to get it down to a size 8. So when I've got a little bit of that tape in there, I'll just brush the surface with this super fine steel wool, 4-0 steel wool, and that'll usually work it out. There we go. Without scratching it at all. Very nice. How's it going, Cody? I'll give you guys a really good look at it. So cool. Again, if anybody's interested in getting one of these, they are at the very top of my website right now. So just go to coinringmaker.com or tap this gold chain down here. And this is what it looked like before we started. It's a really cool round. So it's like holographic. So at one angle it says icon, and at another you see the face of Diana. Really, really neat. Why can you not see anything? I do not know. Can other people see stuff? Can y'all see what I'm doing? So it's the same price whether I work on your coin or my coin. I do have a lot of different designs and years and types of coins in my inventory, but I charge the same price whether it's yours or mine. I prefer to work on my own coins. Just in case something goes wrong, I usually have backups. Whereas if I mess up on a customer's coin, there's not really a backup there. So I do my best to talk people into letting me work on my own coins. Really, really cool. All right, let's make this 2 sizes smaller, and we should be done. I really like that there's no inside lip on this one. So that is the most annoying part of this, is removing that. Yeah, it's a really cool round. So I've held on to these for about 1.5 years, and nobody's got one. But I don't blame them. The product picture is just the round. I've never made one into a ring before. I like how it's coming out. And go to the next smallest perfect tin die. And you can see one side's kind of flared out from the shape of the die. So what we're going to do is, it went in the die like this. So now we're going to flip it over and put it in like that. How large can I make a ring? You wear size 15. So for size 15, I can make anything over the size of a quarter. So for example, this is what I'm wearing today. This is a 1964 half dollar. I can make these size 15. These are 90% silver. They go for $150. I can also do Morgan and Peace dollars in size 15, as well as 1/2 ounce silver rounds and 1 ounce silver rounds. 15 is a little too big to do quarters, but anything bigger than that I can. And you can find all the different coins I work on and their prices by going to the link in my profile or visiting coinringmaker.com. I think that should be pretty close to a size 8. I prefer to work on my own coins, just in case something bad happens while I'm working on it. So I'll show you an example. Sometimes coins snap like this, and I really don't want to do that to someone else's property or heirloom or keepsake. So I prefer to work on my own in case something goes wrong. I have backups, and A lot less liability on my end. If anybody else has any questions, feel free to put them in the chat. I do appreciate y'all stopping by and watching me work today. Currently got 391 likes on this live. Not too shabby. There we go. Looking really, really cool. If I ever done a gold eagle, I've done a 1/4 ounce gold eagle. And I have another one in my inventory, but I am a little limited on the size range for those, because they're a little smaller than a 1/4 basically. And so I've got them size 3 to size 7, I think. But that's the only gold I've worked on. It's really expensive to inventory gold. So at this point I've stopped at a 1/4 ounce unless someone specifically asks for one. Looks really nice. Super soft. It's not crazy soft. It's about as... Actually, I think it's stronger than silver. Like fine silver. My go-to for strength is 90% though. 90% silver is the best option. This one right here is fine silver, so it is pretty soft. But I think it's 24 karat gold in the Eagles. I could be wrong. But they aren't crazy soft. I talked to the guy I made that ring for pretty often, and he says the details are still on it. It still looks really sharp. We're just polishing this up here. I didn't even check what size it is. We should do that. Let's see here. So it's a little shy of a size 8. You have a question? Ask away. Get the stretcher in the shot. It's right on the edge of it. We're going to stretch it just a little. Yeah, if anybody has any questions, feel free to ask. I like answering questions. Why do I get green when I wear gold or silver? Some people just have different metallic like allergies and reactions. Most people don't turn green unless there's copper in what they're wearing. So copper is usually what turns people's fingers green. And like sterling silver and different gold alloys, especially for jewelry, they add copper in to kind of strengthen it. And that might be what you're reacting to. Can you all see what I'm doing? Okay, we're just going to reduce it just a little bit. Because we stretched about 8 1/4. Yeah, no problem. Silver allergy usually turns skin black. That's true. So that's why I said copper, because copper is usually what turns people's fingers green. If you have an allergy to silver, it does turn your fingers black, yeah. So my mom is allergic to basically anything except like pure gold. So like if it has any trace of copper in it, she gets a rash. So it really varies from person to person. But if there's a decent amount of copper in your jewelry, it usually does turn your fingers green. He's saying copper is usually the top metal used in an alloy. It's the strengthener. So, like with money, like up to 1964, like half dollars and quarters are 90% silver and 10% copper. If they were pure silver, they would be too soft and the details would wear down over time pretty quickly. Whereas this has been around since 1964 and the details are still really nice. It just makes the coin stronger. And like sterling silver, which is used in jewelry usually, is like 92.5% silver and the rest of it's copper. So if you're having a reaction to the copper alloy, I would recommend something like this, which is fine silver. It's like 100% silver, so it doesn't have any copper in it. And I do have quarter ounce, half ounce, and 1 ounce fine silver round rings if you're interested at coinringmaker.com. Let's see here. So we got that right at a size 8. That's perfect. And we'll polish it up a little bit. Well, guys, if you haven't yet, make sure to hit that follow button if you'd like to see more live coin ring making videos like this one. I go live pretty often, and every time I do, I make a different type of coin ring. So if that's something you're interested in, this ring right here is 300. This is a 1 ounce fine silver round. You can find it right at the top of my website, which you can find on the link on my profile. So the black stuff is oxidized polish. So these are like dry jewelry polishing cloths. It's got this powder on it, and it oxidizes, so it mixes with oxygen and turns black. But at the same time, it polishes up the jewelry really nice. It's just kind of a side effect. It kind of lets you know how well you're doing at polishing. How do I clean the grime off coins before I work on them? I usually don't clean my coins too much unless they're like super dirty. Soap and water works pretty well, just like dish soap and water. Does the same thing happen with gold? Yeah, but it's just the jewelry, it's the polishing cloth. So it doesn't leave any of this black residue on the ring itself. It's just the oxidized polish. It just activates and turns black. It does end up on my fingers a little bit though. But it washes off really easy. And look at that shine. Whew. I think that came out super cool. Kind of looks like fingerprints. Really neat. Yeah, I ship worldwide. coinringmaker.com. Lots of different types of coins I make into rings. All different sizes, shapes, 4 different types of metal. Work on copper clad, 90% silver, fine silver, and gold. And I do invite you guys to go check out my website. Looks like part of the kitchen sink, like it's all reeded. That's funny. I made this one for my wife. I think she's gonna like it. Really very pretty. But yeah, I've got 2 of these available. If anybody's interested, they're $300. There's a fine silver 1 ounce round. You can see right there. Handmade. And yes, I can make it in size 15. I believe the size range on these is it's like 6 to 18, something like that. So yeah, I can make these in size 15. It is very pretty. I really like it. It's very nice. Again, guys, if you haven't yet, make sure to hit that follow button. I'm going to take a brief break and then hop on here and make something else really cool. So if you want to catch that live, hit the follow button. I should be back here probably like 10 or 15 minutes. Hit that follow button. There's 280 of you in here. It's not going to hurt you. It's going to take you about 3 seconds. Hit the follow button. Just do it. You know, you can unfollow me later if I get on your nerves. Just follow me for a little bit, you know? Just follow me. Hit the follow button. Let's go. Thank you guys for stopping by my live and watching me work. I do appreciate it. Look at how pretty that is getting. Lovely, lovely ring. And as always, I hope y'all have a great day. I'm going to hang out for about 1 more minute. So if anybody has any burning questions, ask away and we'll get them sorted. Really cool. All right, guys, I'll be back on here in about 15. While you wait, go visit my website, coinringmaker.com. Take a screenshot of this. It's a 10% off coupon code. Take a screenshot, use the coupon code, go to the website, get something cool. Yeah. Y'all have a great day. We'll catch you next time. Peace.